Oh, I gotta add the. Oh, son of a bitch! I've got to add the new Facebook page. I don't know if I have enough members on it yet as a destination.
How many members can you handle at one time,
Oh,
Ross?
stop it, Colin.
Oh, I've tried it, but nothing impressive, I'm afraid.
Oh my God. I can't with the two of you, I swear.
Oh, I can do the group too.
I think that's what he was talking about.
Sorry. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know, but there's a Facebook group
I
for it
know.
now as well.
Okay.
Yeah, that made
Are we
me.
live? We're live. Where is
The over thing is, yeah.
Where's my link? They can hear us though. Hey, Natalie. Natalie, do you want to be a guest on the Psycho and the Psychic? We talk about LGBTQ, lifestyles. Oh, hold on.
Is it letting me? Is it letting
Hang
me?
on. Let's see. Come on up.
Does not meet the criteria. Wah, wah. Hey, gang, keep hanging on. We're going to go live here in a second. Mars, you ready? Okay, she gave me a wave. Lots of big news today for those live, just looking at a screen right now. The forever talked about LGBT station has taken another step forward. I guess while I'm rambling there, I can go live on the radio as well.
We have a guest.
Oh, cool. Hey, gang, it's Yergs and Mars. We are on Psycho and the Psychic, Yergs Radio. About to talk about another station that we're going to add to the Yergs Radio Network. Our LGBT station is going to be firing up this month, perhaps as soon as next week. So we're going to be talking about that when we get started. Stay around till the end today because I gave Mars a sneak peek at a surprise for her and everybody. Pretty cool. You will not experience this on radio, I'm afraid. It's a visual. Colin, no comments. Shout out to Mars's boyfriend, who, like me, does well with sexual innuendo.
We're not talking about that here. Stop.
I did stop. Yes.
Oh my God, you're gonna get punched right in the face.
There's our guest. Hello.
Is Colin talking about sex? No, it's not. It's Ross talking about sex. Colin is being very good boy right now. Yes, he is. He's being a very good boy.
Now, see, you keep setting me up to say something.
I didn't set you up. All right, so Natalie's going to come on. She's going to talk about parenting and some other things.
But he'll be naughty later.
Communities.
All right, well, I'm going to hide Natalie for a second, and then we're going to be ready to start. You ready?
Yep.
Oh, Natalie, you can keep your camera on. Yeah, I'll hide you here. All right, everybody.
All right, everybody, we're getting started. Sorry, guys, I don't bring anybody else up unless they've been part of this room before or an admin. So thanks. If you'd like to hang out and listen, we'd really appreciate that. No worries. Hello, Ashley.
For millions of years, mankind lived just like the animals. Then something happened which changed the power of our
I need a YouTube link.
We learned to talk.
Happy Thursday, everybody.
Hello.
And happy day number 2 for Mental Health Awareness Month.
That's right, mental health awareness.
Very, very key Uh, yes, Colin's giving me the heads up. We can hear you, which is a good thing, considering that this is radio. Uh,
Awesome.
and
Fabulous.
yeah, so hello everybody. It's a little bit after 11. We had a guest change for today. The lovely Natalie is going to be joining us in a second. Stay around to the end, as I got the surprise that Mars already got to see, because I know she doesn't really like surprises, and I didn't want her to be, it's a safeguard that we got to do. But
You
like,
got it wrong. I love surprises. It's just that I usually get shitty ones. So
oh damn it! I know you just told me about shitty surprises, and I thought that was like something you didn't like. So
yeah, I don't like shitty surprises.
when I do a cool upgrade to it, I'll hold off until
Oh, fuck's sake.
until the end to see it. And,
All
and
right.
for the
All
rest of you, we're going to hold off until the end. At least
Yeah.
those of you joining via video, because there's video aspects to it that are very important. You'll still be able to hear audio. It's our song and our favorite little funny clip that we play at the end, but the rest of it is also, check it out on YouTube at Talk TV 24, or where else? Psycho and the Psychic on Facebook, Yerg's Radio on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
and soon Rainbow Radio on Facebook, and also on Rainbow Radio. That
Wow.
is the newly acquired domains. We now own rainbowradio.gay. And in fact, there's actually a placeholder right there right now telling you that we're coming. Colin, nothing from you.
He's
And
being Prince.
also rainbowradio.lgbt. And for all that,
Yeah.
I did a search today, and it to be honest, it was a very quick one. Nothing too scientific. I'm relying on Facebook for the science. I did a Facebook search. There are no groups for LGBT broadcasters on Facebook.
That can't be right.
I said the same thing. But LGBT was the first word in the search,
Okay.
followed by broadcasting radio.
Huh. Imagine.
Nothing.
Yeah, that's so wild.
Same thing
okay.
when I replaced LGBT with gay. I thought, oh, well, it's going to be just gay. Nothing.
Okay, well, happy Mental Health Awareness Month. We've got a guest.
Are we ready?
I'm ready if you're ready.
Yeah, I think everybody gets the point. We got our second station.
Yeah.
As always, we
Bravo. Bravo.
yes,
Yeah.
we are anxiously awaiting all of your contributions. For those of you with podcasts, hit us up at, let me see if I can get that quick here. There it is. News, NEWZ, at YERGZ.com. And tell us about your podcast, or tell us about your experience in live radio, or if you want a combination of both, let's get talking. Speaking of which, you can also call us now, which we would love for you to do. 1-888-88 YERGZ. YERGZ. All right, enough rambling.
Cool. All right, so we have a guest. Natalie.
Tell us about our guest, and let's bring her out a while.
Hey, Natalie.
Hey there, Natalie. Welcome.
Hi, everyone.
So
There you are.
Natalie fits a lot of our criteria. First of all, she's a mom. And she's actually very sensitive. She's a psychic, like
Okay.
me. Yeah. But Natalie, why don't you tell us more about you?
Sure. Happy to be here. Happy mental health awareness. I'm always tongue-tied. That is like my thing. I can't get my words out. But yes, happy Mental Awareness Month. I am a mom to 3 children. They are all special needs. They are on the autism spectrum. So Mama got her hands full over here with the autism So we know all about that, and we're just happy to be here. Um, I have a 12-year-old, 7-year-old, and a 3-year-old. The 3-year-old girl gives me the most headache. But I love being a mom. I mean, I was meant for this. I was, God knew what he was doing. I'm just saying. He knew because he gave me three very, very interesting, energetic children. And for me, yeah, I have mental illnesses, and I'm okay with that. I'm fine. It's okay to not be okay sometimes. And I'm 40 years old and from New Jersey, and it's a beautiful day here. So, thank you for having me.
So she's
Well,
my neighbor.
yeah, I was going to say, being from Eastern Pennsylvania, close to the Philly area, I think there's a lot of people that would say anybody from Jersey is, this is their month. But I think the Jersey people would say the same thing about Philly. So there's the love-hate relationship.
Nobody would dare say that about New York.
Yeah, no, we know better.
So, Natalie, tell us what it's like navigating mental illnesses and autism and your psychic gifts and being a mom. I mean, it's because these are things that I have to navigate on a daily basis. So it's always great to hear from another mom what it's like for you, for someone else with the same gifts and the same challenges.
Well, it's definitely, I'm definitely the conductor of this train. Not only is it fun, it's different every day. And also, I am the caregiver to two adult toddlers. My parents both are suffering from dementia right now, so that's another joy on the ride. It's like, come on. But yeah, it's interesting to have children on the autism spectrum, and then also have my gifts and being an empath and all those psychic abilities. Some days are harder than others, but we navigate the best we
Sure.
can. Saying having walks help, sunshine helps. Rainy days are terrible for us because we don't like being inside. We're outside people. I like to have my children hug a tree almost every day, and my mom's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "They need to hug the tree. Like the tree needs love, mom. Like that tree is living for us right now. It's doing all the things." She doesn't want to hear that. She's like, thinks I'm weird, but I like being weird, and I like that my children follow in my footsteps of the weirdness that is our lives. And being a single mom, yes, it's hard, but like I said, I was meant for this. My children are well loved and they're well received. And I'm just doing everything I can to just make them happy.
Very nice. Can you still hear us? Your video froze.
And
Can you still hear
your
us?
direction is amazing.
Well, I wanted to make sure that we
with the gifts.
Okay, you're
Can
breaking
you hear
up
me?
just a little bit. Yeah, it's probably the connection because of the being outdoors. But I
Yeah.
wanted to make sure that we bring awareness to the fact that there's so many different people of different cultures and lifestyles in general that are so much that there's so much like me, like Ross. We're so alike. I'm a single parent. I never even asked you if you were a single parent or not. Yeah, you are. I thought you were. And then Ross is a single parent, so something the three of us have in common. So navigating it, you look at it very differently. A lot of other people would say that these are challenges that they'd rather not have, and you've taken a different approach to it, where you're looking at it as having fun, as making a game out of it almost, rather than looking at it in a negative way. Can you tell us how that happened? I mean, were you always like that?
No. I was married to my high school sweetheart, and I thought I was gonna have this life. Not perfection by any means, but I thought I had this perfect life, set out for me, and everything was gonna align in the way, and it just didn't. It didn't. And after that marriage had failed, I had to find myself. I had to find who Natalie was, and that was very difficult for me because I didn't know at the time, but I was suffering from depression very badly, which turned into other mental illnesses now. So it was very difficult to change who I was, being somebody, to now being somebody's nobody, and just being my own person and a single mom raising a 3-year-old. It was very, very difficult, but I wouldn't change it for anything because I love this journey I'm on. It's hard some days. Yes, the depression sets in, the anxiety sets in, and the bipolar and multiple personality and all the things that I suffer with on a daily basis. But I'm grateful for that relationship because it taught me how to be me, alone, without somebody, and strong. So I encourage every single mom that's going through in the difficult times, you got this. Even a single dad. Um, It's hard. It's not an easy journey. It's taken like a long time. I can't even tell you how long, but I'm still healing. I'm still on that healing journey.
Yeah, and you know what? I admire you for that because a lot of people don't acknowledge that. A lot of people like to save face in front of others and say, "No, hey, I'm doing great. I'm the best mom in the world." And one of the things that I strive to do is be more real about my circumstances, whatever they may be, my challenges. And I always say, I wasn't always the best mom, and I'm working at being so much better. And it seems to me like you've really grabbed onto that and are working to be better for your children. Let me ask you a question as a mom. Are you ready for the teenage years?
I am 1 year away from it. I'm terrified. I'm terrified, y'all. My son already tells me I'm not cool. I am so sad about that. I think I'm the coolest thing since peanut butter and jelly, but he's like, Mom, bruh, you're not cool.
Yeah.
What do you mean I'm not cool, bruh? He's like, stop.
Oh,
Yeah, he told me I'm not cool. Like, how is this not cool? I do TikTok. I got Instagram. I know all the social medias. I'm cool. Everyone thinks I'm
my
cool.
my now 19-year-old son called me bra once. Once.
Bruh.
Yeah, it's a different world. It's a different world for sure.
It is with preteens and they're getting ready. And then are any of your children sensitive?
Yes, they're all sensitive. They all cry. I
No,
think
no,
they're
no. I
all
mean,
empaths.
not even on the as being on the spectrum, because I have a 12-year-old on the spectrum. My son, who will be 35 in 2 months, is on the spectrum, and my daughter, who is transgender, is on the spectrum. So, are they sensitive? As in, did they inherit any of your psychic abilities?
Yes. So my son is nonverbal, but I could tell. Like he's very antisocial, so not so much. But my daughter shows the most. I could tell that she is exactly like me, like 100% down to T. She'll ask me, "Are you okay, mommy?" And I'm just like, "I'm okay." And I try to hide it. She's like, no, she's not buying it. Like she's not buying. She's like,
Wow.
"Mommy, does your tummy hurt?" Yeah, like she's 3 years old and she knows. She's like, "Mommy, does your tummy hurt?" And I don't say that I'm in pain ever, and I suffer from a lot of illnesses. She knows. Mommy,
So,
you're not okay. And
if
I'm
you
like,
don't use the word sensitive, what word do you just use? Psychic, empath? Because it's just
yeah,
a nicer, kinder word, saying sensitive, because a lot of people don't subscribe to using the words empath or psychic or medium. So I always ask everyone, are you sensitive? Are you sensitive? Not here, but here. So I don't know, what word would you use, or do you just use psychic? And I don't know what kind of community you're involved in.
yeah. I don't know because I'm still learning my gifts. So I love that. Sensitive. That's a new word for me, and I'm always embracing new words to make everyone feel included. And I love that. I'm going to use that now. Are they sensitive? That's perfect. Thank you so much for that.
Oh yeah, like I said, I actually heard that word many years ago when I was a teenager, and somebody actually said to me, "Oh, you're very sensitive," and I said, "What? I'm not sensitive." And then I realized what they were saying to me. So yeah. So what do you do? Is your job or anything that you do related to your psychic abilities?
When I was working, every job I've had was basically customer service. So you're always serving people, right?
Yeah.
And you're always feeling other people's energy. And you could be in a room full of people and it's like, you could be fine. I could walk in there happy. And then instantly I'm drained because I hear all these thoughts and things going on. It was overwhelming the last job I held, which they let me go about 4 weeks ago now, which probably was the best thing because the workers that I worked with, they did not like me. And it's horrible to be in a space and environment for many, many hours where you hear people's thoughts like, I don't like you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my goodness, what did I do to you? I'm simply working as hard as you. I'm match energy. That's how I've always been. I match your energy. If your
Right.
energy is toxic, I'm going to match that and I'm going to let it go, But not
Right.
everybody's the same.
This is Ross, we talked about this when I was at Creative Con, how it was challenging being in a room filled with hundreds of people and feeling every single energy outlet, and it wasn't just the people there, it's the building and all the energies it carries with it. So I knew that Natalie would be a really great guest because she, like I said, she incorporates everything, and she's a supporter of the LGBTQ community. We've had conversations before. So Anyway, Natalie, thank you for coming on. We have
Yeah,
another guest.
I just got to, before we let you go, I got to jump in too. It sounds to me like not even really I knew right away what she was talking about when she asked about being sensitive. So it sounds to me like your abilities are kind of new in your life, or at least your realization and your acceptance of them are kind of new in your life. Is that true?
Yeah, I don't tap into them. I spent many years hiding the fact that this was the gift. And I've had it for a long time, but I refuse to accept it because growing up Catholic, that doesn't fly. You're crazy. You have problems. And I just never got accepted until I found the community about a year ago, and they embraced me, and I love it. It's so awesome. I
Wow.
need to find more communities. It's really great.
Well,
So
you found one.
yeah, exactly. You would say though that you're still kind of learning your capability.
Absolutely. I'm still learning every single day what my gifts really are because I don't know all of them. They're just ever evolving for me, and I love that. Like every day is a new adventure for me with this journey.
So then, as Mars has said before, and I know so many other people that are sensitive with, or what I'll say is, have extreme sensitivities. Do you think that perhaps I also caught that you said you're bipolar? Do you
Yes.
think that perhaps that you're really not? That they're just diagnosing your sensitivity?
Yeah, I believe that because whenever I'm honest about how I feel and the things I see, it was always stigmatized. It was always like, oh no, you need a pill. And I fight back against that because I don't want to take stuff that's going to numb me and I can't feel my real ability. I want to feel. I want to
Yeah.
cry. I don't want to be numb.
Right.
I don't like that.
Right. Yeah. No. Very cool. Well, definitely. When you feel like you've better mastered some of those skills, uh, and I don't mean just being a mom. You're never going to master that. As good as you are, these kids throw all kinds of stuff at you. My kid's going to be 20 in November. But yeah,
I don't
definitely.
think you're very maternal, Ross.
Maternal? No.
I don't think you're very maternal. Yeah, as moms, we got it. It's just that we don't, and we rely on each other to get it.
I have embraced the fact that I'm not cool. Yeah, my son is adopted, and
I'll never embrace that. I'm the coolest mom I know.
I got him at 17, and at that time, we hung out and we were buddies too. I think we still are buddies, but he has grown into a level of comfort with me, and also a degree of privacy that he was willing to give up at a younger age, and now at a level where I thought, he'd be more comfortable, he's more guarded. Um, I sleep naked, and I had to step out of my bedroom into the linen closet to I don't know what I was getting, maybe like a towel for Matrix or something, and because my dog slobbers and he sleeps with me. And he was in the studio here at his desk right across from me, and he came to the kitchen to get something to eat. And I seriously think for the first time in almost 3 years, he saw my bare ass.
Ugh.
And he freaked. Oh, Dad! And he ran out of the kitchen back into the dining room and hid there till I gave him the all clear. And I seriously think earlier, if that would have happened, younger, it would have been more like, two guys in the locker room kind of thing. And yeah, I mean, he knows that I'm gay, and he doesn't have any problem with that. I told him I was supposed to have a date this week, and the guy ghosted me. And he laughed at me and said, "Yeah, you guys get it too, huh?" And but yeah, definitely come back and say hello again.
Please, Natalie, keep in touch. I'll see you on the app. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, guys. This was really, really fun. I appreciate it.
Likewise, thanks. And this was a last minute thing too, so we appreciate that.
Yeah, we've got another guest though.
Okay, well, let's get to it. Natalie, Thank you again, dear.
Thank you, Natalie. Good to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you. Bye.
See you again.
All right. So, yeah, I told you I wanted to start bringing around more parents like us. So I'm looking for more parents from the LGBTQ plus IA community, more parents who are on the spectrum, more parents who have children on the spectrum. And when I saw Natalie, I said, "Oh my God, she's perfect. She incorporates almost every single thing that we identify with and we support."
Yeah, she was
So,
more than just parent
yeah,
with the mental illness, with the
yeah.
autism, with the abilities. How was that? I knew exactly what you meant when you said sensitive.
So, and I told you the first time I heard it, I was in the library at my high school. I was about 16, and I was actually looking at a spirit, and the librarian saw it. Hey, Ashley.
Ashley Brownstein says hello
Ashley
from everyone from the
Brown.
farm.
Yeah, she's working on a farm right now.
I was going to say that's not the funny farm. Now that we're talking about craziness and
No,
what farm
we're
is
so inappropriate. You know what? We're gonna get Ashley on the show, like really on the camera, look at her adorable face, and talk more about Williams syndrome and what she's doing on the farm. Remember,
Didn't
she
we
called in to us?
have her on before?
She wasn't on camera.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Right,
she
'cause
called
I
in.
remember you said, yeah, because you said Williams syndrome. I'm like, yeah, we talked
Yeah,
to her.
she called in and she explained to you what it was. Remember?
Right.
Yeah, yeah, she's great. She's a good friend. So,
Now we got somebody popping in.
mm-hmm.
All right. Do you want to talk about our next guest?
This is my good friend Aja Pearl, who is also a podcast host and an author and a mom. She's somebody who is so funny. We grew up in the same neighborhood and did not meet until 3 years ago on the Clubhouse app. Then we found out and it was like, oh my God, you lived right around the corner from my elementary school. So we've got a lot in common as well. She's an awesome person. I have interviewed her before on one of her books, which I wish I had it here in front of me, but I lent it to someone, probably one of my kids, and I'm waiting for the reprint. So let's have her tell us about herself and how she
just closed her
how she fits into our community.
Yeah, come on back, Aja. We're ready.
You're in your bathroom. Hey
there, welcome to Psycho and the Psychic.
Can't hear you.
Aja, can you hear us?
Can't hear you. Nope, no sound. You've got to check out her TikTok with the bathrobe, and it's so cute. Can't hear you, honey. So I really wanted her to come on and talk about her book, where she talks a lot about the LGBTQ community and the AIDS epidemic. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought she'd be like the perfect guest for the show. You got to log out and come back in? We'll wait. We're going to be talking about you.
Give it another shot.
Okay.
Yeah, she goes, all right.
So I really wanted her on because we had a conversation one time about a character in her book who is transphobic, and someone told her to rewrite the character so that they had some sort of arc. I want her to tell all about it because I first of all was not appreciative of the person harassing her about the character. The character does not have an arc where they change and become more accepting of the community, which unfortunately is like real life. There are lots of people who don't accept members of our community.
Right.
And, it really bothered her. She's very supportive, but she was also writing reality. She was writing how people navigated the 80s and the outbreak of AIDS. So I want her to get back on, and let me ask her if she's okay.
Let's try it again.
Oh, is she back? Okay.
Yep.
Hi.
Give us it. There we go.
Hey.
What up?
Welcome.
Okay. You got to explain the robe.
Oh, this is okay. So this is a fox robe, a fox bath robe, and my boyfriend gave Valentine's Day. So I like to wear it around the house because I feel it and it makes me feel good because it has like fox ears. Yeah.
You're cutting in and out a little bit. Do you have a mic on your laptop?
Well, I'm on my
Oh, you're on your phone. Do you have a
Yeah,
headset?
she's on the phone.
I do not.
Okay. All right. Let's see if we.
When you're closer, you sound better.
Yeah, a lot louder.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, did you hear what I was saying about your book?
Yes, I did, and thank you for supporting my vision.
That's why we're here.
Well, you are my friend, first of all. And actually, we missed a date to write together recently. We've got to rearrange that somehow. But tell us about you. Tell us where you grew up. I know all this, but it'd be fun to talk about that again. And tell us how you wrote or you started writing your first book.
Okay, well, I was born and raised in New York. I was Spanish Harlem, and my experience in growing up in Spanish Harlem was amazing. Me being, I guess you could say black, but I'm more than just black. But anyway, growing up in a Puerto Rican community, it was interesting to me. I was learning something that wasn't mine, and I wanted to know more about it. How I learned was looking at telenovelas on TV. I know that sounds kind of silly, but that's how I learned the Spanish language.
You're talking about the Spanish TV channel,
Right.
right?
Like Telemundo and Galavisión. So I learned how to speak Spanish. Then I had friends and they would invite me to their homes and then they would invite me to their events, like whether it's a baby shower or Christmas party. And I would immerse myself in their culture because I wanted them to know that I appreciate your culture and I respect your culture and I love your culture. And until this day, I feel that way.
Very key.
Now, yeah.
I mean, you can't talk about being inclusive and then not be inclusive.
Wait, do I talk about being not inclusive?
No. The world. You can't talk about, being, saying that, you're inclusive of different races, different ethnicities, different sexual orientations, and then not welcome any of it when it's really in your own life.
Absolutely, because like I said, you can't just say, I'm inclusive, I'm open-minded, and when the experience is in your face, you can't say, yeah, I'm not about that.
Right.
I can't rock with people like that.
So,
Right.
I want to talk about the book. This is Chalice, the Book of Life.
Right.
Right. This is the one we talked about before, where you highlight the AIDS epidemic. Right. I'm gonna. Okay. So what I wanted to ask was, there was a character who you wrote as transphobic, and you came to me one time, almost 2 years ago, telling me you were thinking of rewriting her because people had been giving you a hard time about her not having an arc where she becomes more accepting. Do you remember that?
Okay. So yeah. So she wasn't transphobic. She was transgender woman. And her name was
I
Sunset.
thought it was her wife. Because I know
Her name was Valentine.
we had a conversation with another person who is from the community who told you need to change this character to better fit in what people are looking for to read today. And there was a bunch of us in the room who defended you on the way you wrote the character because you were writing reality. And we told you, we don't think that this should change. We think that you should keep the character as is. It's your book, first of all. Secondly, people want to know what it's like. Not everyone has an amazing arc where they become more acceptable or accept others. And I wanted to know how you felt about keeping that character in that position and with no change, without her becoming more accepting or kinder.
Oh, now I know who you're talking about. You're talking about Sabine. Okay, so Sabine is a narcissistic sociopath. She was married to the busboy, and his name was Nevin Reed. Nevin Reed was a singer dressed in drag, and he was well loved by the patrons in the bar Newkirk, which was in an enclave of the city called the Rainbow Quarter. And this person who was enamored by Nevin, or Vanilla Cocoa Bean, her name was Sunset, and she was transgender. Now, back to Sabine. I wanted to make her the villain of this book. I wanted her to. Okay, so one night she goes to Newkirk and she sees her ex-husband, her strange ex-husband, dressed in drag. And she sees Sunset with Nevin, if I'm saying this correctly. But the bottom line is she told the courts that her strange husband is having a affair with someone in the Rainbow Quarter. And that was she just didn't want Nevin to be around the kids. And that was going to be her excuse. Now, I did not want to change her mindset, because this is the first book of a trilogy. And in the second book that I'm working on right now, she finds out that her daughter is a lesbian. How she found out? Well, in a assembly, if you will, or something happened, she was involved with another student.
Ooh.
And
Audrey, where can we find your books, though?
oh, you can find my books on Amazon and Barnes and Noble's online.
Wait, you've got more than one out already?
Well, I do. I have 2 books on Amazon, but the first book is on Amazon as well as Barnes and Noble's online.
Okay. Now, I've got to ask a question. Listening to you tell the story and just watching you think through so much of it as you're telling it, is this from personal experience?
No.
Okay. Because you just gave kind of an aura, like, especially how you and Mars both said, no, I'm not going to change the character. This is how it's going to be. It sounds like there was a reason that you were making it that way, and that it just rang to me as though you were telling part of this, at least part of the story, from life experiences.
Well, I will say this. Sabine is loosely based on my mother.
Okay.
And I say that because this is somebody who used the F word like it was part of her lexicon, until she found out that my cousin was gay.
Oh, that F word. Gotcha.
Yeah.
The one I hate the most. Yes.
Yeah.
I told you, I think that Aja is she's a brilliant writer.
Yeah.
And part of the reason for having her here is I know that Aja struggles with some things. I believe Aja to be on the spectrum like me. I also find her to be very sensitive, with a psychic ability that she has yet to explore. And the way that she channels the characters in the book, it's like she's living through them. Like you said, it was like
She's telling somebody's story.
yeah, yeah. Um, and I thought it would be really great to just have her here. She is a huge supporter of the community. She is a mom, and she's had her struggles, and I find her to be, even throughout all of that, incredibly kind and thoughtful when it comes to others and their plights. So, so that was part of the reason for having you here. And happy mental health awareness. I say happy because everyone's like, "Oh, it's mental health awareness." Yes, happy.
Oh,
Let's be
yeah.
happy that we're
Yeah, exactly.
we're.
Happy awareness. Oh, and
Um,
we have this month. I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm glad we had this month because people don't acknowledge mental health. Like on my job, I mentioned that I do struggle with mental health, and one of my coworkers laughed at me.
Wait,
Yeah,
you cut out. One of your coworkers laughed?
yes, they laughed at me.
How does that happen?
Um, okay, so I was already having problems with her already because
Uh,
she she was complaining to my boss about me of something I did not do. And then I had another coworker who had a reputation of being a snitch. Now, I'm dealing with financial difficulties right now, and I felt that he was playing with my money, both of them. So, another coworker, my boss, and this other coworker who thought that mental health was funny, we had a meeting. And basically, the coworker and I are telling my boss, "Hey, she's causing trouble." Mind you, she just started. She's causing trouble.
mm.
But what was so messed up is that the boss took her side. And I was explaining to him,
is this something you can complain about to somebody higher up, Aja? Because mental health is a serious thing, and to have people laughing at you,
Yeah,
no,
that's not okay. And I mean, and when
no,
I say not okay, it's not legal.
no. Unfortunately, I work in a job who, by the way, is under the county. They just sweep this under
Even
the rug.
oh,
under the county, that seems to me like they would want to take care
I
of
was
this
gonna say that's
on
even
your
more
behalf.
reason
Yeah.
to equal opportunity issue.
But what was so hurtful is that the boss made my mental health have less value than his simply because he was in the military.
Yeah, so that's poor training on your boss's on receipt on your boss's side. Yeah, I get where he's coming from. I'm from a federal law enforcement agency. Suck it up.
It's not a competition.
And that exactly, yeah, that's and that's one of the issues we're going through right now. For mental health awareness. I know 9 people in my life who have committed suicide. 7 of them are from the law enforcement community, and 6 of them are from my former employer, the Secret Service. So, what does being a tough guy really do for you if you don't have some place to talk it out? And that's the failure on the overall employer in not better training and coaching your supervisor, which is not supposed to stop when you become a supervisor. In all actuality, that's when a lot of it kicks in. And yeah,
And
this is
She laughed right in front of.
See, I have issue with this. I don't
Yeah,
know. We'll
that's
see if we can find you some resources to maybe resolve this for you.
what
Um,
county are you in?
Sorry,
where do you
What
live?
county? Yeah,
I live
generally.
in South. I live in South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Okay. Okay. So, knowing some of the news stories I've seen from there recently, the other two people were white, weren't they?
It's all black.
Really?
They were all
Amazing.
black.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, that's even more disappointing.
It is. I'm really sorry that you're going through that, Aja.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Likewise. That's
The person that has a reputation of being snitch, he is white.
Well, again, I'm sorry that you're going through that. Let's see if we can get your book promoted so you can get more sales, because I think it's brilliant. Ross, I think you should read it.
okay.
Can you send us a link so that we can put it up on the screen, Aja? You see the chat below?
Yeah,
I'll see if we can-
Would love to be able to support you in that way. And maybe get you back on soon again to talk about the book and how it's going, and maybe you can talk about some of your other works next time, because she does have a few, and she's working on another one right now, right?
I am working over 20.
Wow.
That's
I
what
have the attention span of a gnat. I have the attention span of a gnat.
Hey, you've been doing fine with us today. You're doing really well, actually.
Thank you.
All right. Okay.
Have you, have you seen? I sent you a message in our private chat that you, me, and Mars have. Have you seen that come up at all?
I'm at the chat right now. I'm just seeing a bunch of Facebook. Oh, Colin. Oh,
no, it's the other
No,
chat.
that's the public chat. You
Yeah.
should see what's called a private chat, and that's just you, me, and
hey,
Mars.
who's that? So Salahuddin, hi. It's a friend of mine.
oh
Said
okay.
hello.
I see the private chat.
Yeah, if you can put the link in there, and I'll be able
Okay.
to cut and paste it to put on the screen, as well as in the public chat, so people can get your books.
Okay, no problem.
All right then. Aja, thank you for coming up and helping us out. Last minute guest appearance. Thank you for sharing your story with us. I think she's
My
frozen.
pleasure.
Looks like
There we go. And
there's you.
yeah, I look forward to you coming back again soon. Happy early Mother's Day. I should have said that to Natalie as well. Happy early Mother's Day to you. Yeah, it's in a week and a half, less.
Yeah.
A week from this coming Sunday.
Correct.
Yeah, so make sure you keep in touch with me. We do have that writing date to make up for, and like I said, hope to see you again really soon, honey.
Exactly. I just sent it.
Awesome.
Oh, there we go. Yep.
And-
Well, I'm just going to say to go to Amazon for on the screen because nobody's ever
Sorry.
gonna. But that's not your fault. But I will put this in the chat. Say Aja's books.
Let me see if I can get a better link. Let me see. Yep. Here, try that one.
Okay.
Yeah, see if that works.
Is this from like a tiny URL or something?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it works for me.
Yep.
Awesome.
All right, Aja.
Take care, honey.
Thanks for
having
joining
me.
us. Our pleasure. Thank you. Cool.
Yeah. I told you, I know some interesting people.
Yeah. Oh, I always
All
do that.
supporters. I would never bring actually, I should bring a hater on the show just to see what happens one day. But so far, everyone we've had here is a huge supporter of not just the LGBTQ plus IA community. They are supporters of mental health, individuals with mental health, um, people under the umbrella, like I like to call us, people on the spectrum, and parenting. Single parents. Uh, so it's just always interesting to hear different sides of it, different people who are, I don't want to say struggling or challenged with so many different areas of the things that we identify with, and just to see where they come from, what side of that bubble they're on. Are you here on the inside with us and you're trying to find a way out? Are you on the outside looking in because you don't feel you belong someplace? It's just different things. So
Right.
Yeah, so that's that.
Oh,
Well, Jabbar Carter, welcome. I am recording my podcast right now, but it's really fantastic to see you. I've got some guests in the audience on Clubhouse, and just always happy to see an old friend pop up. So, what do you got for us? How was your weekend? Tuesday I was super busy at court, and
Great.
yeah. And over the weekend, I was in Connecticut, visited with Lois Villa. I met Colin and Patrick in person. And
Nice.
Daisy, the dog, yeah. And Luna had a great time. She wore her headset almost the entire time. No, I don't think she did, which is unusual. She usually has her headphones on.
Right.
She's not here today to tell everyone. Shout out to the Pin Shack. We went to a retro video game arcade.
Nice.
Yeah.
Pac-Man.
Luna played Miss Pac-Man while we were there. Not well, but she played for the first time. Yeah. So that's that. That is that. Actually, I have my friend here. I want to invite him up because I think that he'd be a great guest to have on the shows in the future. Anyway, yeah. So we haven't had the girls here. Angelica's working. She's only off on Fridays and Sunday. And
split days off.
Yeah, she needs it because she needs a day off during the week.
No, but I mean, it's in what law enforcement we called that split days off when they're not back to back. That can suck.
Yeah. Well, then Luna's back at school, so don't be counting on her to ask everyone to like, subscribe, and to share until summer, which she will gladly do. She actually enjoyed doing that.
Oh yeah, I think they both did.
Well, those are my girls.
Yeah.
All right. So what else you got for us?
Well, also, did I mention with the gay station? If you haven't seen my background, let's see if I can take myself out for a second. There you go.
Rainbow Radio.
There it is, the logo for Rainbow Radio, and just bring me back in. There we go.
Are we going to be moving over there?
Say that again. Sorry.
Are you and I going to be moving over there to Rainbow Radio?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll finally be simulcasting on multiple stations, even if I got to buy the damn thing. But yeah, we'll stay here on Yerg's Radio, and we'll move to that. And also, vintage 95. Yeah, exactly. Sweet vintage Windows 95 paint logo. I love the white outline in the letterings. I thought it was very like romper room kindergarten.
Oh my God.
But it was also really brought the letters out. And the background was pretty cool too.
Yeah.
But, I like it. I'm happy with it. And it might not look like it on the screen right now. I don't know. I got to see. I just expanded my screen. Actually looks great.
Shout out to Gio and Joelle who just popped in. So, all right. So we're going to be moving over to the Rainbow Radio station.
And yeah, speaking of which, we are looking for content. If you don't already know, Yerg's Radio, the Yerger Group, um, takes your podcasts and repurposes them for Yerg's Radio, and now also for those of you in the LGBTQIA plus community. And we do include allies. Yeah, I will include allies with Rainbow Radio as long as your topicality is with the LGBT community. And so, yeah, we're looking for content, and if you've got some, we'll go to that email address we showed earlier, news, NEWZ, at Yergz, YERGZ.com.
I am looking for guests if you fit any of the criteria: single parenting or parenting children on the LGBTQ, in the LGBTQ community, or if you are a member of the community, if you're parenting through or with autism or some type of mental health, and if you're psychic, that's even better. But if you fit any of that, reach out to me so that we can have a conversation and possibly feature you as a guest on the show. Also, I just like to highlight my friends, as you can tell. So tell us what you're doing.
They're interesting people, so I mean, why not?
I have a lot of interesting friends. I know a lot of very interesting people. Maybe not all of them are friends, but like I said, I need to find a troll. I need to find a hater to bring on the show and ask them why. Why do you hate? You know, I think about this more and more every time I visit with my daughter, and you know, her being trans is it's a huge thing for our family because it's pushing a lot of the people that I know to be more accepting.
Good.
Jeannie.
Wait, does your trans daughter not live with you?
No. She's in
Oh, I
Florida.
thought she did too. Okay. All right.
She actually lives with her dad. It's like a 5-minute walk from here.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just, you know, better for her. I see her every week, especially since she came back from college. I'm able to spend every Sunday with her. So that's family day. Or
Nice.
sometimes
I know about that, right?
yeah, sometimes she'll just stop by and visit with me or go for a walk with me. Yeah, we're pretty close, and it's not so much a challenge as an adventure navigating this transition with her. All the things that she's exploring, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I have 1, 2, 3 friends from LA alone that are male to female trans.
Mm-hmm.
And a friend of mine I don't really know this person, but a trainer who's female to male
Mm-hmm.
back in kind of sort of my hometown, one of the neighboring communities, but we met, I think, on either LinkedIn or Facebook. And turns out this person's from Douglasville.
I don't know where that is.
And you know, it's real close to
Thanks for not
Boyertown,
telling me.
Pennsylvania. And I was like, wow. And it was good because my whole area is so old school,
Yeah.
Pennsylvania Dutch, old fashioned, out the wazoo. And I was just glad to see
Amish?
somebody like that. Sort of, not quite that. I'll say extreme.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's too bad. I would have entertained you with Amish Paradise by Weird Al.
Yeah.
You're gonna get me to sing on here eventually, but it's gonna be something I want to sing.
Yeah. No,
It's the only
know
song I rap.
That's good. Yeah. No, my more recent connection to the Amish community was a TV show that was on the Discovery Channel called The Amish Mafia.
What the?
And
What?
it was a reality
That's a
show.
joke, right?
No.
Oh, come
It
on,
was a
Russ.
reality show that highlighted, you know, members of the Pennsylvania, the Lancaster, the Lebanon County, and Ohio Amish communities that are in Amish organized crime.
Organized crime. I can't with you. Okay, you know what? Moving past this.
We actually do need to move past this because
Yeah.
we're on our 60 minutes and we're trying to keep this, radio timing friendly.
Yep.
So yeah, Yerg's Radio, Rainbow Radio, and WDJY 99.1 FM in Atlanta. Hello to everybody, and thank you for joining everybody. As we leave, especially for those of you watching on social media, YouTube, and any other video, and that perhaps the TV, Roku, and Fire Stick network that we're joining soon, I have that surprise.
Okay.
Are we ready? All right.
All
Great
right.
show, everybody. We'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week. Hope you guys are watching on YouTube to see the surprise.
Check this out. Here it comes.
You've changed. You know that?
Yes, I suppose I have. How about this? Peace, love, dope. Now get the hell out of here.
There it is, everybody. We have credits. And I can go in and edit and if there's something particular that we want to be able to add at the end. But there it is.
No,
So
I'll let you know. I
end of the
thought
show
that
stuff.
and Angelica, yes, Colin, yes. All right, I'm shutting down.
Yes, absolutely. Same here.
All right, bye.
All right, everybody. See you next week.